सो स्वप्निल सर हर साल बच्चों को गाइड करते हैं एंड ही इज़ क्वाइट अ बिट एक्सपीरियंस नाउ इन द इंडस्ट्री यार. और ये जो इंडस्ट्री कनेक्ट जो हो रहा है वो आप बच्चों के लिए हो रहा है. एज ए मेंटर तो हम आपको बताते हैं कैट के बाद क्या करना है, बट सर आई वुड लव टू हैव योर थॉट्स कि अभी कैट तो हो गया, पेपर डेफिनेटली 2022 का कैट वॉज स्लाइटली टफर देन द 21 का कैट एंड लॉट ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स कुडंट डू वेरी वेल. सो यू नो एज एन एक्सपर्ट आप क्या बता सकते हो बच्चों को कि यार अभी फिलहाल इन्होंने क्या करना चाहिए? So if you can give us some idea.
So exactly 20 years back, like I clearly remember 2002. I gave my CAT in 2002. It was a paper pencil then, of course. From 2009, I think it became online. Okay. So the fundamentals still remain the same. Okay. Even if you get, let's say, 30% of the paper correct, 30 to 35% of the paper correct, you will be closer to 99%. So in terms of numbers, if you look at 66 questions were asked. Okay, so VARC was 24, I guess.
24
and then,
questions.
DILR was 22, Quant was 20. So
right.
66. So still, if you get around 100 marks, which is about, let's say, 32 questions correct. Okay, somewhere around that. You will eventually get 99%.
Right.
So it was then, and it is true now. So whenever you're looking at exams which are relative, okay, it doesn't matter if the paper is tough or not. Okay, what matters is the competition. Always believe in that, because what happens is the competition will matter. And in this case, the competition is gone higher.
Exactly.
That's what there is a problem, because last year it was 1,90,000 odd people who gave this exam. Here it is gone up to 2,22,000. So it's difference of 32,000 odd. These are all factual things, and you cannot ignore them. So definitely the number of people have gone higher. So what happens is number of people go higher, therefore there are more number of people in those percentiles. Okay. So the top 10 percentile last year would have been 19,000 odd people. This year there will be 22,300, 400 odd people. 3,000-4,000 odd will be in better colleges and this and that. So that is what you have to take into account. Okay. So and there's no point crying over what has happened.
Very true.
God is gone.
Very true.
We need to look what next after CAT. So what next after CAT? We have to smile. Like there's an exam called ZAT. That's the biggest exam after CAT.
True.
We need to gear up for that.
Right.
So in terms of difficulty level, as you rightly put, it was slightly tough. But as I said that I don't look at the difficulty levels per se, because it doesn't matter in a relative exam, because difficult paper is there. So it is difficult for everyone.
Right.
So,
right.
So it's better than having a simpler paper actually.
Right.
Because it will actually get the men out of the boys, as they say. Okay, so those who are really, really good, they will score. And those who are mediocre or average, they will be left behind. That's what you want, right?
True.
Okay. So that's what you want in an exam. Okay. Right. What was your reaction?
I beg your pardon on this. I think I lost the connection.
What was your reaction in the CAT exam?
No, so I think CAT का so if you look at CAT, it was slightly tough. मेरे ख्याल से अगर हम बात करेंगे तो कट ऑफ्स के बारे में, कट ऑफ will reduce drastically. My ballpark number would be for 99 would be around about 95 marks overall. अगर हम स्केलिंग वगैरह भी कंसिडर करते हैं, so my number would be somewhere between 95 से लेके 97 would fetch me around about 99 percentile. आंसर की के बाद मुझे लगता है कि अगर एक बार पिक्चर क्लियर हो जाएगा तो यू नो बिकॉज ऑफ द कंपटीशन आई थिंक 93 तक भी जा सकता है ऑन अ वेरी लोअर साइड एज फार एज 99 इज कंसर्न. सो अगेन या इट वॉज डिफिकल्ट, बट अगेन द सेम थिंग, हैड एनीबडी टेकन केयर ऑफ द EQ, थोड़ा पेपर संभाल के कर लेते हैं तो मेरे ख्याल से वो थोड़ा बेटर हो जाता, स्कोर बेटर आता. बट अगेन एज यू राइटली सेड दैट यू नो कि हर साल बच्चे होते हैं एंड दैट्स द केस एवरीवेयर. पेपर ईजी आए, पेपर टफ आए, पेपर मीडियम आए, यू विल हैव बंच ऑफ किड्स नॉट डूइंग रियली गुड एंड यू विल हैव बंच ऑफ किड्स डूइंग एक्स्ट्रा ऑर्डिनरी वेरी वेल, राइट. बट जो बच्चों का नहीं हुआ है, इट डजंट मीन दैट कि यार वो गिव अप करे और आगे MB के लिए ना जाए. सो एज वी कनेक्ट एवरी ईयर, वी नो ZAT इज़ एन एग्जाम जहाँ पे काफ़ी बच्चे जाते हैं. एक सीरियस क्राउड भी जाता है जो CAT में 99 लाता है और 70 परसेंटाइल वाले भी बच्चे जाते हैं. सो आई थिंक ZAT इज़ द थिंग. मेरे ख्याल से जस्ट टू एड ऑन यू नो टू योर पॉइंट, आई थिंक बहुत सारे बच्चों को लगता है ZAT काफ़ी टफ है तो बच्चे देते नहीं हैं. बट अगर हम बात करें, हाँ, बट अगर हम बात करेंगे कट ऑफ के बारे में, जहाँ पे अगर मैं बात करूँ 80-85 अगर मुझे लाना है जैट में, वो काफ़ी डुएबल है. वो काफ़ी डुएबल है बिकॉज नंबर ऑफ क्वेश्चंस रिक्वायर्ड to kind of fetch a particular benchmark are quite less as far as ZAT is concerned. तो मेरे ख्याल से उस एंगल से देखोगे तो ZAT डुएबल है. बट हाँ, अगर मैं बात करूँ कि मुझे ZAT में 95 या 97, 98 तक चलना है, then it is a big task. Then you need to be really really efficient enough. बट 70, 80, 90 जहाँ पे मोस्ट ऑफ द अच्छा B-School आपको कॉल दे देगा, आई थिंक मेरे ख्याल से वो काफ़ी डुएबल है बच्चों के लिए. दैट्स माई टेक अबाउट ZAT एंड दैट इज रीजन आई वुड रिकमेंड ZAT टू, यू नो.
To second your thought, so I did a math, okay, because stats they were lie, I believe, okay. So let's take a scenario where CAT 220, the number is out, okay, 220,000 people gave CAT. Let's say half of them were serious. Let's say about 1 lakh people were serious, because as the level goes up, the number of people who are serious,
right,
and 50% of them. So 1 lakh people were serious, 1 lakh people are not serious. Okay, so 1 lakh people were serious out of the population of 2,20,000.
Yeah.
That itself will have number of registration close to around, if we see the trend, when I used to use that, it was around 80-90,000. Lately, it is really dropping and dropping to 60-70,000 odd. And the number of people who take are less than 50,000. Those who actually take CAT, ZAT, they are less than 50,000. That means there will be half of them who are actually serious. That means 25,000.
25,000, close to, yeah.
Okay. So look at 25,000 versus 1 lakh. So that itself your competition is 1/4. So in a relative exam, you are competing only with 25,000. That's why I call that is one of the simplest exams. All this stuff, whatever. But in a relative exam, it absolutely doesn't matter.
True, very true.
Okay, so you have 25,000 people who will be competing for the number of colleges which are there, which are taking that score.
And even in that ना, अगर उसमें ऐड करें तो 25,000 में से भी मेरे ख्याल से 10-12 हज़ार बच्चा लोग तो ओनली एक्सेलर है जमशेदपुर या दिल्ली के लिए ट्राई मारने वाला है.
Yes.
है ना, तो वहाँ पे भी कंपटीशन कम होने के चांसेस काफी अच्छे, जो केजे, वेलिंगकर वगैरह बाकी कॉलेजेस के लिए जाएंगे उनके लिए.
Perfect. I am Ghaziabad also.
हाँ.
Big college which you want to try.
True.
Okay. There is a list like exam Bhubaneswar, Jim, Tapme, Great Wellinger. So all, and then you have KJ Sumaya which can make all at 70-75 also.
Right, 72 was the last year ka cutoff. True, very true.
If you look at that, okay, and if you look at 165 minutes and you're going to get around 76 questions, because the part 2 I believe is not be considered in the percentile.
Part 2 nahi aata, right?
Only part 1 is going to be considered in the percentile. So only 76 question is what is going to decide your percentile. And only if you're interested, of course, XLRI of the world, okay, Delhi or Jamshedpur, then your GK and essay writing will be considered. Okay? Otherwise, that is going to be counted as a percentile. Okay, and that is why that extra 25 minutes will be given. Okay, so with that in mind, okay, for 76 questions, 165 minutes is huge. Okay, with whatever level of difficulty, it's huge. And in terms of marks, even if you go close to 9-10 marks, okay, you will land up in a really good college.
Right. And sectional cutoffs भी काफी कम होते हैं.
Yes.
Verbal का sectional is close to 9 to 10.
Absolutely. So individual cutoffs will be 8, 8.5, 8.59. So it hovers around that always. Or maybe slightly a 1 mark higher, maybe 9.5 to 10. But that is how. And overall maybe 30 to 34. In that range. And that is why I find actually that in a competitive exam, in that sphere, that is actually a very, very easy exam. Okay. People are not aligned and to think like this. What they think, let's take a region wise. If you take Maharashtra, okay, Maharashtra people will think CET is the most easiest exam. But they will be surprised when the CET comes, 1 lakh people give. And the top for colleges like a Bajaj will be 99.95.
Right.
96. Okay.
Right.
Thanks. So 96. So 99.96 nahi aaya, 99.94 aaya, ya 95 aaya. You are out of the race.
Yeah. very true.
In CAT, of course, you will be the whole IIMs will call you. Okay. And if you don't get into IIMs, unfortunately, then there is XRI, SPJ, IMTs of the world, MDI Gurgaon. Okay. So that is what people should try and do, because once you look at a difficult exam, please understand who is running the race. Simple exam, everyone will run the race.
Exactly.
So your competition goes fourfold.
Right.
Once you look at CET, it's fourfold. And we're not talking about all reservations and all, which also lowers your chances.
True. Very true.
And for last 2 years, it's very unfortunate that in spite of getting good percentiles, they're not able to get into good colleges, because a lot of colleges have left CET in that process.
That is right.
That's a different headache altogether.
That is right.
And see, every region-wise there's a problem. So North, there is a problem wherein there are only four, 5 good colleges. Even Eastern too, there definitely there are dearth of colleges. Okay, hardly you can count. Okay, Southern there are few, notably really good ones. So every region has some problem, and therefore that becomes a very, very crucial exam. Okay, and I will urge students who are watching this channel of yours, thousands of them, or whatever that number is, please ensure that once you have done with CAT, which is already done, I believe 30th November is the last day to register for ZAT.
Right.
So tomorrow you should register for ZAT. Try your heart out and look at figures. Don't look at me or the Vichitan. Look at figures. You'll come to know. You'll get the confidence that hey, you have definitely one more chance. Because I always believe in students where one day can be a bad day, but 2 days cannot be bad.
True. And we have seen, eventually, we have seen students doing very good in ZAT. जो सीरियस बच्चा है ना, जिसको कैट में ठोकर लगता है ना, अगर वो प्रिपेयर करते हैं ना, वो ZAT निकल जाता है, बिकॉज नंबर ऑफ क्वेश्चंस डुएबल टू क्लियर कट ऑफ वो इतना ज़्यादा होता नहीं है. एंड अगर मैं एक्सेल छोड़ देता हूँ ना, तो बाकी के जो कॉलेज है 70, 80, 85% में आराम से अच्छा इंटरव्यू में निकल जाते हैं.
Absolutely. Even though I'm representing a college, there are other good colleges which you can look at between 90 to 80% range. There are a lot of colleges in North, South. Okay, so you can. They are all fabulous colleges.
Right.
Okay? You can look at them.
Right. What is the cutoff for Wellinkar via ZAT for Mumbai and Bangalore campus?
So tentatively we are looking at 75 to 80. Okay, for Mumbai and Bangalore. For certain programs like, let's say, rural or healthcare, which are doing phenomenally well. Okay, so the average right now as we speak is around 12 to 13 lakhs. Okay, and the highest in these two courses, you will be surprised, it is 20 to 23 lakhs. Okay?
Wow.
Because everyone misses a point where they look at, let's say, rural management as a program. For example, let's take one example, rural management. Mentally they think rural management है तो ये जबलपुर या ऐसा
rural में जाएंगे. हाँ.
So it's not like Nariman Point sitting in Bombay in Nariman Point, Maker Chamber 6. Okay, and framing policies for, let's say, a guy who's in Jabalpur or Nasir or somewhere. Right. Corporate manager with rural insights.
Right.
That's how we sum it up.
Right.
That's a fabulous
program. Even I have interacted with some of the students जो ICICI बैंक में बैठते हैं. So ICICI का corporate office BKC में बैठते हैं. And they design rural ICICI ka strategies and all that.
You're right. So even the Prime Minister has said time and again that we need to have digital strategies, transformation, use AI, ML to ensure that the services reaches to the last mile. Of the country. And 60% still of the nation resides in villages, whether you like it or not.
Very true.
And therefore, that last mile connect has to be done with some insights. So that is rural insights. Okay. So these corporate managers are with rural insights. So this is a phenomenal program. And then there's, of course, healthcare and media and all. So we can talk about it whenever we have time. But for now, I will request students to look at this exam with a new vigor. Okay. And conquer it. Okay. That's the attitude, like a panther. Like, okay, first lap is over. Maybe you're not done well. Absolutely. Should be all right. You have to look at the next exam with like a hawk.
True. And what you just made a mention about rural, जहाँ पे कट ऑफ कम होते हैं, मेरे ख्याल से डिफरेंट कॉलेजेस हैव डिफरेंट लो कट ऑफ, जहाँ तक जैट का सवाल है, और उसमें भी डिफरेंट कॉलेजेस के डिफरेंट प्रोग्राम्स होते हैं, जैसे बैंकिंग एंड फाइनेंस हो गया, रूरल हो गया, तो उनके कट ऑफ और थोड़े कम हो सकते हैं. तो आई थिंक देयर इज़ अ ग्रेट अपॉर्चुनिटी कि बच्चे अगर प्रिपेयर करते हैं जैट के थ्रू, यू कैन गेट इन टू अ वेरी गुड ब्रांड फॉर डिफरेंट प्रोग्राम्स ऑल टुगेदर. तो आई थिंक वो भी एक पॉसिबिलिटी हमें मिस नहीं करना चाहिए. दैट वुड बी माई टेक. राइट. अभी तो फिलहाल मतलब जस्ट व्हाट आई वांट टू आस्क यू सर इज कि यार अभी ना पीपल आर गोइंग थ्रू लॉट ऑफ ट्रॉमा, इमोशनल ट्रॉमा बहुत है बच्चों को, एंड दे आर जस्ट नॉट एबल टू गेट ओवर इट. एंड कुछ बच्चे तो लाइक जब मैं बात करता हूँ कि नहीं सर मैंने तो पढ़ा था, मैंने तो बहुत मेहनत करा था सर, फिर भी मेरा एग्जाम खराब गया, कैसे हुआ, क्या हुआ. सो you are experienced now, you have trained so many students, you have gone through these kind of things, so many seasons of CAT, sir. What is the piece of advice, 2 cents from your side, how students can now control their emotional turbulence, if you can give some.
As we already discussed, Ketan, so you always say, I mean, of course you have to put in the effort, but there always can be one bad day. Your voice might not work, would have no AC, maybe no fan working, something must have gone happen, but you cannot have 2 bad days. I always believe that, because you have put in all the efforts. The challenge now is control all those emotions, okay? And look at a new exam which is on 8th of January.
Right. And
don't go to hear all your stories. Nobody gives a damn your stories, what happened, unless until you hit that 90 percentile and above. Okay.
True.
So to hear your story, you should try and look at maybe a month now. Okay, maybe take 1 or 2 days off, but you have to do with rigor. Register for CAT first of all. Register for CAT.
Exact.
Right.
Okay. Perfect.
Right. Tomorrow you should register. And because that is the first thing you should do, right?
Right.
If you're not registered, of course you cannot make the exam. So that's the first thing you should do.
True.
And look at the areas where you probably were falling short. Okay? It happens like you are doing it for the first time, you blacked out. Okay, maybe in Quant, because Quant I heard was slightly tougher. Okay, or maybe way higher than expected. Okay, but the whole game is always like that. Okay. So wherein you have to choose the number of questions. I mean, CAT is an exam, or that is also an exam where you have to leave questions, and we have never been trained to do that actually.
Right. वही problem है.
We have always been asked to at 20 questions try and attempt 18, 19.
वो problem है.
So 20 you have to leave 10. Look at 7, 8 and solve only 4, 5.
True. Very true.
We have never been trained like that. So it's okay now. What is gone with the video.
Right.
You have to make the strides, okay, and be in a better frame of mind. So be in a better frame of mind. You have to invest something in something, right? That is investing that, and really good colleges are there. If you look at that list, okay. So my earnest request to all the students is look at that in a new vigor.
And there will be a lot of videos, guys, on the channel जहाँ पे I'll be giving you guys a lot of ideas about that का strategy, question selection and all that. But yeah, I think you have to build that momentum now. जो हो गया वो हो गया, as sir rightly said. And if you give one more shot, otherwise even if you do not do very well in that, then वो ज़्यादा burden आ जाएगा कि यार second exam मेरे हाथ में था पर मैं कर नहीं पाया. And I think you should let go CAT and prepare for that. I think there are a lot of good WeSchools also, and sir will be always there. He'll be keep coming on the channel. He'll be guiding you. Anything else you want to add towards the end of the session?
No, I just want to say that 3 words will matter. That is XAT.
Zat. Perfect. Thank you so very much, sir, for joining me and giving your 2 cents valuable advice, to be very honest. And we'll have more of sessions like this. Thanks a lot.